One thing I've always wondered, because those are such great fights, why was there never a third fight with you and Zab?
Um, after the second fight, I moved up.
Right.
I was supposed to do it. I was supposed to move up after the first fight, but things transpired, and we ended up hearing that the fight can, the second fight could probably be in St. Louis, and so I did what I had to do to make that happen. Even though had a problem making the 147, I made it happen though.
So at that time, it was a bit of a cut for you to make welter.
Yeah, it was bad. It was real. Yeah, it was. I basically had to starve myself like the last week to make the weight.
I mean, and you could see it when you guys were next to each other. I remember one point Larry Merchant was like, he was like, "This looks like a middleweight versus a lightweight."
Man, I was. It was a lot. It was a lot went on that second fight, but who's to complain? Boxing is boxing.
Yeah. What were some of the differences for you between the first one and the second one? Was it just it was a lot tougher to make the weight for the second one?
That too, and I caught Crohn's disease in camp.
Really?
Yeah. I was in a hospital a couple of days. It shouldn't have even happened, but hey, I'm a warrior, so I went on with the fight.
Crohn's disease is like a stomach issue, right?
Yeah.
Wow. So that was something is that something you had to deal with for the remainder of your career after that fight?
Yeah. That's it don't goes nowhere. Once it's there, it's there.
No shit.
Yeah.
I don't think I had ever heard that was something that you had to fight.
I don't make excuses. I don't make excuses, but that's when it first hit me in the first Zab fight. So I didn't know what the hell I had at that time though.
So you started feeling it during the first fight with Zab?
The second fight.
Oh, okay. See, there's a part of that makes sense because in the first one you were like so active. You know what I'm saying? You were just touching them up, all 12 rounds. And it's not that you weren't doing that the second fight, but it was definitely the pace of the fight was just a little bit slower.
Yeah. I was the fight should have been over in like the first round, man.
So were you able to kind of find something that helped you deal with that through your career? Or is it just like, now I just have to push through this?
Well, no, I just had to I had to learn about it. Even though during the rest of my career, I really never did. I really never did find out a lot about it until after I retired, though. I started finding out I was supposed to be on a certain diet. I can't eat this. I can't eat that. I can't eat this. Because I went through some bad flare-ups during the remainder of my career. I had some bad flare-ups and everything, but it didn't. It took me to move to Florida and to really learn what the disease was.
Right.
I got to running into more people and got to learning more about it. So, because I got tired of being sick, and it's the worst, man. And I'm here. I am, still pushing. Healthy. Got to stay on a strict diet for the rest of my life. And but I got it under control, though.
Is that something that, like, your team, like, did Kevin Cunningham know about that, or did like no one on your team know about this?
No, nobody.
Wow.
Nobody didn't know. I didn't know until after that fight, though. I didn't know until later after that fight on what I had, because it had got real bad for me. And I think when I first detected, I laid on my couch for like almost like a month and a half without moving.
Mm.
I'm talking about I couldn't even take a bath. I couldn't do nothing. Like the only thing I could do was run to the restroom.
Right.
And I couldn't walk my dogs. I couldn't do nothing. Like I couldn't even fix myself nothing to eat. And one day I just got tired of it and called an ambulance. They took me to the hospital. They released me, takes me back home. As soon as they take me back home, I call them right back. Called them right back, and then they admitted me in the hospital, and then they did some tests, and then they found out I had Crohn's.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really, it's like one of those things where I think a lot of people, you know, don't understand. They only see fighters with at the finished product. They only see them when they get to the ring. You know what I'm saying? They don't see what's going on behind the scenes. There's always just so much context that none of us know about.
Yeah. I just didn't make no excuse. I went on with the remainders of my career, knowing I had it, but I didn't know much about it. I didn't know much about it. I was still fighting. I won like 2 more world titles with it. And after I retired, and then I started learning more about it, what I can eat and, you know, things of that nature. But, you know, still learning, but, you know, learning the most part of it.
I mean, that's crazy, bro. Because I was even thinking about it. Like, in my opinion, one of your most underrated fights is the fight with Jermaine Taylor. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people probably feel like you won. I remember at the time I thought you won, and you were already diagnosed with Crohn's disease in that fight against a big middleweight that could have been at light heavy if he wanted.
Yeah, I was already diagnosed with it.
Were there some fights where you felt better than others, or was it always just a grind?
No, it was a grind, but it doesn't bother you like that until like if you have a flare up or you eat the wrong thing. You know, you eat the wrong thing to make it flare up and everything. But the only real fight that I had a problem with it is the Zab, because I didn't know what I was dealing with. You know, even though, you know, I was still had them symptoms, I knew something was wrong. I just still went on with the career, and you know, I still had some success at the, you know, the remaining of my career. But after my retired, that's when I had a couple more flare-ups. Man, I got tired of that. Man, I got to doing research and start learning about things on what it, because a lot of people just get the operation to get like half of their stomach took out. I ain't want to do that, man. So I just want to watch what I eat and, you know, keep living life.
Right. I mean, yeah, that's a wild story, bro. That's a wild, and it also reminds me like when Teofimo fought Kambosos. I can't pronounce the name of the ailment he had, but he was having some kind of problem with his lung going into that fight, and nobody knew.
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't know because it really, I don't know. Hope he ain't just make no excuse. You know, because it can't be an excuse. Because anything with your lungs, man, that's really, really, really serious.
Yeah, man. And there was like, I had read at one point there was a doctor that said, I mean, but he potentially could have died during that fight.
Right. If that was the case.
Yeah.
That was the case, yeah, man. Your lungs is a delicate thing, you know. So,
Yeah.
but I know that stuff did, you know. Even my last world title, I had the fight was supposed to happen with DeAndre Lattimore, but I caught a flare up, so the fight had to be pushed back a few more months because Once I have a bad flare up, I'm out for like some months.
Really?
Yeah, because the healing process is worse than when you're sick.
Right.
It's worse because it allows you not to eat anything, so you lose nutrients and all the vitamins in your muscle stuff, and you lose weight because you're not eating. So when you start back to eat slowly, your nutrients and all that stuff start to go back to your muscles, and your muscles get knots, and them knots ache and they hurt.
Cramps.
Oh man! And you have to take a pain med to go to sleep, to get some comfort, and you got to constantly take them things. Like you can't, and that's the only way you can get better, man. Is to, cause soon as you feel that pain in your stomach, you got to go to the restroom. I'm talking about like you going to the restroom every couple minutes.
Right.
Even and you ain't got nothing in you. So what you having a bowel movement with is just, it's crazy, man. It was ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But now that I know about it and everything, better to take, I could take a little better care of myself and everything.
So during your career, if you were in camp or whatever, and something like this happened, you know, because you weren't quite as knowledgeable about your condition, what would you do to kind of get through that?
Done. You're like, you can't do nothing but like try to take the medicines and all that, and hoping to reconstruct your stomach to being more stronger. Because if I have a flare up, I have to take a steroid for my stomach to make it stronger to digest my food and stuff.
Right.
Like with the Lattimore fight, it had me out for like damn half the year. Damn.
And you won that fight, right?
Yeah.
I mean, bro, that's fucking insane.
Yeah. They end up having to push it back. So, and or started to gain my strength back and everything. So, I started camping. I did what I had to do in camp, but you know, when I got to the fight, my legs weren't there, so I had to adjust. I had to take him on the inside, you know, and just show people I could fight on the inside too. So it worked out for me.
Did you find ever that there was like less issues with it once you weren't cutting down to welter?
Nah, it don't matter. Yes, it don't matter. It don't matter. If it flares up, it flares up.
Yeah.
But I didn't it didn't bother me like that. Like but it was just something you had to watch, because it's crazy. Like I damn near eat Chipotle every day because of what I have to eat. Like I have to eat easily digested food. Like I can't eat no fruit. The only fruit I can eat is honeydew melon and cantaloupe.
It's got to be something really fibery.
Yeah, and no, you can't eat a lot of fiber.
Really?
No, like I could eat oatmeal and stuff on a flare up or anything because it's easily digestible, but I can't eat a lot of wheat and all that stuff.
So you can't eat rice?
Yeah, I can eat rice.
Okay.
Because it's very easily digested. That's what I mostly eat. I eat a lot of rice. No, that's why I eat Chipotle. Damn, plus it's good as hell, you know. So, but yeah, I eat a lot. Noodles, whatnot, and bread, white bread. Man, I deal with a lot, man. I even got gout, man, in my feet.
You have it now?
Now, I've been having it.
Gout, bro. I haven't. That's an old school disease.
Hey, man, I've been had it, man. I'm like, that shit, bro. And then I had to find out. I just now found out for real what brings that shit. I can't eat salmon. Immediately bring it.
Salmon gives you gout?
Gives you gout. Not give, like it flares it up.
It flares gout up.
I ate it one day, and the next day immediately. I'm like, what the? And I was puzzled. So I just I just asked my phone, blah 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 blah. What brings blah blah blah? Fires it up, and lo and behold, the number one goddamn thing was salmon. I'm like, I just ate that. That shit had my feet aching for like damn near a week straight.
Damn, bro.
Yeah,
That's intense. Did you also have that during your career?
Yeah, I had that too. I had it young, man. It used to
Wow.
it just come sometimes, and I wake up, my motherfucking feet, dude. The sheet touch my feet. I want to rip the sheet up. It'd be that bad, but I still try to function with it as normal, man.
Yeah.
They say don't wear shoes. I used to squeeze my feet in shoes still, man. It's just a tough cookie, man.